for Qin to be stable, and for the reform to succeed. I should do things that are against me. I can't do anything but swallow my pride. That's all there is. But Wei Yang, I'll never forgive him.
Jian, if you feel upset and you're young, I can go back with you to Yong City.
Mother, Ying Yu is marrying Wei Yang. What's the point of going back to Yong?
Ying Yu's marriage to Wei Yang has my approval. You can hate me, but there's nothing I can do.
I don't hate you, Mother. I don't hate Ying Yu. And I don't hate Zhu Liang.
But you hate Wei Yang?
I do. I hate Wei Yang.
Will you take revenge? Jian, you've suffered the punishment. I can't simply ask you to think of the greater cause and not hate him in spite of it. Knowing your character very well, the fact that you've kept your anger is already hard on you. But Jian, I just want to add a few words. You must understand that you are a descendant of the Ying clan, and once a candidate for the crown. The state of Qin. The state of Qin belongs to the Qin people. And it belongs to the Ying clan too. Who is Wei Yang? Wei Yang is the main contributor in the Qin reform. Soon he will be your brother-in-law. And my son-in-law. You and Qi Liang both made a vow in front of your dying father that you would never kill family. Is Ying Yu not your family? Is her husband not a brother of yours? If you want revenge, or if you want to kill your brothers, nobody can stop you from doing so. However, if you ruin the state of Qin and destroy the Ying Foundation, how are you going to answer to your father? How are you going to answer to your ancestors?
Your Highness.
Steward, my grandchildren will be living with me, at home. I can't leave them with him.
But...
I am in charge of family matters. Don't you know that?
I'm at your service.
Father, the princess is marrying Wei Yang.
Where is Duji? Why is he not scrambling around this time? What happened?
His Majesty ordered for him to organize the wedding. To avoid it, Duji stayed home and faked illness.
Stupid! Now go tell him right away in secret. Accept the order. Tell him to do his best as well.
Understood.
Wei Yang. Looks like he is unstoppable now.
Welcome to the princess's wedding to the chief minister. The chief minister has an urgent business to deal with. He's requested the princess to rest for a while.
Yes. Your Highness, the Chief Minister has some urgent business to deal with and has requested you to rest for a while.
My husband, the state of Qin has changed in your hands. The greater it grows, the more powerful it gets. And the more powerful it gets, the greater it grows. I love you. I do. You have a long way to go with your ambitions. Qin is far from powerful. At least that's how you see it. You have said your marriage vows, and have finally become his wife. But what should you do as lady of this house? What should you do so you can recite beautiful poems with your husband here? He gave you the cold shoulder. That means something is bothering him. Don't be anxious. And don't be impatient. Little by little, he will let you into his heart.
Come in.
Here, have some of this. It's cold tonight. This hot rice wine can warm you up. Tell me, what should I call you?
Young? Husband? Or maybe...
Call me whatever you want.
In that case, I'll call you by your name.
It's up to you,
No, I think I better call you husband.
Your Highness. You should go rest first. I still have things to do.
Don't worry, I won't bother you again.
Men! I want you to get General Che Ying to the hall immediately.
Yes!
In that case, I'd better get going.
Chief Minister.
Che Ying,
Chief Minister.
come. There are some urgent matters.
How did you manage to wake up so early today?
What about it? Can't I wake up early today?
You just got married. Why are you by yourself?
There's work to be done, marriage or not. Listen to me. These are letters from people requesting to join the army.
I have heard about it. The new citizens are the most active. They're gathered at various county offices and refuse to leave.
Now look at this secret report from the scout.
The way army is assembled, but the purpose remains unknown.
What do you think about these two matters?
For the first one, the Qin people are ready to fight. The morale is high, and that's a good thing.
What about the second?
The Qin army should not go into war. Let's hope we are not Wei's target.
How so?
At present, the Qin army is in a trough. Since the reform, the Qin army has retrenched the old, the weak, and the sick. Qin has yet to expand. We have less than 100,000 men. A big war is too much. Secondly, Qin still carries the spring and autumn military system. The system is backwards. The weapons are old. The chariots are outdated. And the men do not know how to fight well. Thirdly, the Qin army structure is in urgent need of change. Since the reform, many slaves and commoners who were given lands have decided to return to their hometown. Most of the army are now children of Qin aristocrats. Their families did not benefit much from the reform. Some were even punished by the law. Therefore, the Qin army's will to fight is not like before. This is a low point. It is not a good time to engage in wars just yet.
Have you thought about how to turn this around?
We go back to the basics. The state of Qin has to train a new army.
Good. That's just what I want to talk about.
Chief Minister, you want to start training a new army?
Yes. We have to go into war with Wei sooner or later. The reason I asked you here today is to give you an important task.
At your service, sir.
Che Ying, from here on out, you will be the Chief of Defense and Chief Commander of the new Qin army. Go all out and produce an elite army of at least 50,000 soldiers within the next 2 years.
Chief Minister, that is an important position. I lack experience. It's best to just make me the Chief Commander.
Come on, Che Ying. What do you mean by unqualified? If experience works, why do we need reform? With the world at war now, ability is more important. More so, training a new army involves a lot of things. Recruitment of soldiers, search for raw materials, production, allocation of uniforms and armor, and much more. If you have no military power, how can you deal with different county magistrates? This is hard work. I am not promoting you without a reason. You don't want the position? Fine. Forget it.
Chief Minister, the people of Old Qin did not fear adversity.
Now that's my brother. Your Highness, you're not asleep yet?
I'm not. I waited for you.
Since you're not sleepy, how about playing a game of chess with me? Your Highness, you can go first.
No, wait. Let's decide on the states first.
The destruction of states?
Why? Am I not worthy to play that game with you?
Fine. Let's play a round of the destruction of states today. Please.
That country looks powerful, but it lacks foundation. That day at the Cave of Spring, you chose Qin over Wei. Your chess skills and sympathy, and every piece you played, left an impression on my heart. And now that Qin has become rich and powerful, your game has become a reality. You have big dreams. You want to change a country. But me? I just want to be your wife. I want to take care of you. May I?
Your Highness.
Call me Ying Yu,
Ying Yu.
my husband.
Your Majesty, greetings to you. How are Che-Ying's new laws?
It's not strong enough. I want you to take a second look.
All right. I am going to the west. I can pass by Chen Kan and discuss this with Che-Ying.
You're going to the west? Oh, aren't you on your honeymoon?
Plans for the new capital are overdue. I have already chosen a site, Your Majesty. Just one last inspection before your final consideration.
Where is it?
In the valleys of Beiban. Look over here.
When are you going?
In 3 days. After that, I need to go to inspect Beidi County.
Fine. I will go with you. That way we can accomplish more.
Yes, it would be great if you could join me.
Ying Yu has always wanted to visit Longxi. You think we can bring her along?
Since Your Majesty requested it, of course she can come along.
How impersonal. Ying Yu is your wife. I am talking as your brother-in-law. Fine. You decide if she comes or not.
Oh, brother-in-law. Okay, fine. I'll bring her if you want.
Here you go again. You are husband and wife now. Who in the world am I, right?
Your Majesty, what are you even saying?
No. Let me tell you something. Ying Yu has a string of shortcomings. If you can't control her, just give her a few slaps.
Oh no. Ying Yu is good. Understanding and sensible. She is one of a kind. Why would she be uncontrollable?
Is she understanding?
Yes. On our wedding night, I did not go with her into our room. When I came in the next morning, she didn't blame me. She
Wait,
even...
you treated her so coldly, but she didn't start a fight? Truth be told, this is unbelievable.
Is Ying Yu one to start a fight?
Yes. I remember when I tried to save Gong Shuchuo. She stabbed me right in my arm. I tell you, she's out of her mind.
In that case, Ying Yu should apologize to you.
Forget about apologies. As long as she doesn't talk about me behind my back, I will be grateful.
Well, if that's the case, Your Majesty, I'm sorry. Your Majesty, this is the new site that I have chosen for Qin's capital.
It looks great! It's much wider than Yuanyuan. Look at this!
The high plain over there is called Beiban. Once you go up there, you will get a bird's eye view of the entire river bay.
Looking at such landscape, one will surely find some clarity.
Your Majesty, that is Nanshan, and that is Wei River. The majestic Beiban County is almost like a gentle giant with open arms embracing the Wei River in the distance. Qin's new capital can be built on this river valley, which runs 60 miles east to west and 40 miles north to south.
Brother, this place is good for fighting wars too!
That's right. With the Wei River and Guangzhong over there, it is a very strategic point. Even if a strong enemy attacks us, this nice valley is surrounded by mountains and waters, is deep and wide enough for us to arrange our troops and defend ourselves as well. At least, we can retreat to Beiban if we need to, and enter Beidi County for our next move. Comparing it to the city of Yeyang, with flat lands all around, this piece of land in Beiban is a treasure and a natural fortress.
Even a yin-yang master said that Beiban is a holy ground that belongs to Qin.
What is that? You got the masters to view it?
Yes. They said that the mighty Beiban is a god-sent throne, and the flowing Wei River is a dragon coursing the front. It has mountains and rivers, and is facing the south too. It's a clear sign of the rise of a huge kingdom. Qin's element is water, and it means yin and calmness. Therefore, Qin will rise above the rest of the states.
Chief Minister, since when did you start believing in the yin yang and five elements?
If the people believe it, then Your Majesty should too.
Their will is the will of heaven, so I should believe it. Yes.
Wait, do we have a name for the new capital?
Not yet. Your Majesty, you should decide.
I can't decide on the name, because I don't know much about this area. You should do it instead.
Go on, think of a name.
To the north and south of this place are mountains and rivers that are both yang. It is bright. Shall we name it Shanyang?
Xianyang. Xianyang means filled with sunlight. Brother, it's a great name.
Any deeper meaning to it?
Water's nature is yin, so it needs yang to complement it. Having yin and yang here will ensure balance in the atmosphere.
Good. The yang of heaven and earth, then Shanyang it is. Chief Minister, who will build the structures?
Guanzhong's Wang Shi will lead the project. Jing Jan for the planning. Maoist Master Shang Li Qin will be the chief engineer. I will manage overall.
Can the construction be done in 5 years?
My plan is for 4 years.
It's a big project. Will that be enough?
Your Majesty, times have changed a lot. Industries are booming since Qin opened. Shandong will rush to our side to fight for business opportunities. If we only rely on our own strength, then of course it won't work.
I see what you're saying. Good.
Hey, how long has Wei been building their capital?
5 years. And they need more time.
Chief Minister, if we move our capital the same time as the state of Wei, I bet their duke will be fuming.
Your Majesty, I will get going now. Hyah!
Ying Yu, let's go back.
I don't want to. I want to go with him.
Go with him? If you want to go to Longxi, you have to wait for him to come back from Beidi. You can go next spring.
I need to talk to him, to discuss something.
You're a stubborn girl. Mother wants you to go back and you refuse? What do you have to do?
I can't tell you. Anyway, I have to go.
Fine. A married daughter is indeed like spilt water. I'm going now. Hyah!
Cha, cha.
have something to discuss with me?
Of course I do.
What is it? Is it urgent?
Come, let's talk when we're home. My husband.
Thanks, Yingyu.
My husband.
There really is something. Tell me about it, and don't feel bad.
I want to look for Se.
Excuse me?
Ying Se. He's my nephew.
You want to look for the Crown Prince?
But Ying Se is no longer the Crown Prince.
Why do you say that?
You're asking the obvious. Hasn't Ying Se been stripped of his Crown Prince title and banished to exile?
Was there a written order?
At the Imperial Temple, brothers shouted angrily at Ying Se. Everyone knows about it.
Sure, but until this moment, there is no official announcement. And he did not take back his mansion or withdraw his fief.
Are you saying brother didn't really mean to banish Ying Se?
Of course he meant it. But a real punishment must come with proper documentation from the law enforcement agency. Only a punishment notice posted at the West Gate is considered an official announcement.
But brother almost killed Ying Se back then.
His Majesty is only human too.
The more you talk, the more confused I get.
I had better sum it up. Banishing the prince is not good for the future. Not doing it is not good for the present.
Then why didn't you object all these years?
It's a complicated matter, and the risks are high. I have been pondering over it. The way His Majesty handled the matter is an effective means to deal with the crisis at the time it happened. Indeed, the rule of law is clear and unambiguous, allowing no exception. However, the changes in the world are more than we can imagine. And sometimes, one is forced to make a choice between two options.
Things have been hard on you, and on brother too.
As long as His Majesty does not have another son, Ying Se will remain the Crown Prince.
Ying Se left home years ago, and we haven't heard from him since. I'm so worried about him.
Yingyu, let me thank you for raising this topic and for this wine.
Come on. I'm your wife. You don't have to thank me.
Only you can resolve this deadlock, and you've chosen the best time to talk about the matter.
I didn't think about the time.
That's why I need to thank you. In the future, I'm sure His Majesty will also thank you.
My husband.
You shouldn't go alone. I'll get Jingnan to go with you.
Hearing your concern, I'm already happy. I'm not afraid. I don't need anyone.
I forget that you are a swordswoman. You used to visit the 6 states of Shandong.
Precisely. And I will protect you for the rest of your life, too. Excuse me, Chief.
Yes?
Have you seen a scholar in this place? Maybe about this tall?
No, I have not.
Oh.
My name is Chuli Ji.
Senior official, any updates on the matter I've inquired about?
Your Highness, it's difficult to explain all the details.
What did you call me? There's no royal here.
Your Highness, please don't worry. I won't tell a soul.
Good. Now tell me, do you have any news?
Shangyu is a poor and backwards county. If a decent-looking person came about, we would know. A few years ago, a teenager came to study and visit. From what I've seen, there's more to it.
Hurry, tell me the details.
Back then, I was the magistrate, and he registered as a student. He claimed to be from Qi, but he sounded like a Qin official. Because of that, he caught my attention. And I kind of took notice of his movements thereafter. Then I found out he had been staying all this time in Heilinggo. The past few years, his status with the people has been good. However, he left in spring, just this year.
He left, but do you know where he went?
I'm sorry, but no. For scholars who travel, we only take note of arrivals, not departures.
But why did the Heilinggu village chief say that there are no visiting scholars?
He must have told their chief to keep it all secret.
What does he look like? Do you still remember?
Not so much, but the village people liked him, so he mustn't look too bad.
Bear this in mind. No royal ever visited this place. I'm a Yuyang army scout. I came here to look for waste spies.
Yes, I understand. This will not be reported to the higher-ups.
It looks like I have to go back to the village chief and grill him until he talks.
Chief Minister, a secret letter from the princess.
My husband, how are you? It has been half a year. I couldn't find him in Beidi or Longxi. He is nowhere. Right now, I'm in Shangyu, still searching for him in secret. If I still can't find him here, next spring, I may move on to Guangsheng to keep looking. What you said the day we parted made me realize that this thing does not only concern our family, because without Yingsi, Qin may be in trouble. And even bigger trouble, more than we can imagine. Whether it's for business, or for personal, for the state, or for your sake, I must find that rat and bring him home. Husband, while I'm away, please take care of yourself.
Chief Minister, it's been half a year. Is she all right?
The princess has gone to Longxi to assist the Grand Empress. Enough of that. How's the construction coming?
Just before winter, 30 Mohist disciples skilled in construction have arrived in the state of Qin led by Master Shan Li. Manpower gathered from all over the state. The kilns for making bricks and tiles are ready, all in place, ready for production. When spring comes, we can go full force in building the new capital. As long as there is no war, the new Shanyang capital is right on schedule.
How about Shandong? Any news?
Yes, there is. But we can't confirm it. Chief Minister, I thought of someone.
Just say it. Go to the point.
When it comes to news about Wei, nobody does it better than the cave.
That cave has been closed down long ago. Don't you know that?
But the people are still there. I'm sorry. I shouldn't have.
Jingnan! The carriage. Hold this.
Wei Yang? Yingyu has been looking for Yingse for half a year. Does Qiliang know about it?
Your Highness, it's better for His Majesty not to know.
If we can't find him, what will happen then?
For now, nothing serious. But in 10 years, we can't say for sure.
If we manage to find him, what should we do about it?
On the surface, nothing will change. But we will secretly protect him and wait for the best time.
Wei Yang, do you think I should ask Qiliang about his marriage, perhaps?
Your Highness, His Majesty's
Your
marriage
Highness,
is...
Your Highness, do you have to be so formal? You still call me that?
Mother.
I know you lost your mother. But give it time. Call me Mother. You'll get used to it.
Your Highness. Mother, thank you for understanding. You are too kind.
Enough of this. Wei Yang, I heard that my Qiliang gets along well with a female mohist. Do you think this is appropriate?
I've never heard of it, so I can't comment.
But what do you think? Do you think it's appropriate or not?
Mohists are talented and virtuous. If they are truly in love, that would be a great match.
Wei Yang, I heard that there used to be a woman you got along well with. I also know that you are a good and upright man, and if you had feelings for her, I believe she must be a good woman. Go bring her here and live together. I will talk to Yingyu. You loved her first, so you are not betraying Yingyu. Don't be so hard on yourself. I am getting old. All I want is for my children to live a happy life. You and Qiliang have been supporting each other, and Qin is doing very well. You can't imagine how relieved I'm feeling now.
Mother, I don't want to be distracted. The state of Qin is now in a crucial stage. First, Wei is bent on wiping out Qin. We'll have to fight them one day. Second, the reform is going uphill, and the state's foundation is not yet stable. Third, we're still building the new capital, and we need all the help we can get. Fourth, the new army is still in training, and we have to work to reclaim Hexi. If any of these things were to fail any time and in any way, the reform will fall through.
Wei Yang, you want to reclaim Heshi?
If we don't get it back, we can't claim that Qin is powerful if we just let it go. We can't claim the reforms were successful.
On behalf of the old Duke who has fought in wars half his lifetime, I thank you.
Mother!
水清为水黄，是谁泛舟湖上？挽起女儿一抹香，挽不住西山追斜阳。
天苍苍地茫茫，是谁暗夜唱清江？花旦跟着老生走，一半妩媚，一半悲凉。
边关进儿上马匹战役，
今生无缘，今生别来相，老槐树下，还等你。
悬崖布勒马的狮王，悬崖布勒马的狮